Kris, you look at that game kind of from start to finish, and your team seemed really poised the whole time. Darnell talked about how you know, against St. Louis, you had a little blip early in the third. You didn't seem to have that tonight. What do you make of that when your team can play that kind of consistent poised game all along?
Going back to the St. Louis game, I thought we, early on, we cheated the game, whether it was too long of shifts, puck management bad, defensively, we're just not doing our responsibilities tonight through all 20 minutes in the third period. I thought we played about as well as you can with a lead. You know, obviously you don't want to take a penalty, but other than that, I thought it was a good, solid game that you play with a lead, and I think that takes a lot of maturity, a lot of composure. You know, a lot of the stuff that we saw last year playing a solid 60-minute game. I thought we did that tonight.
Darnell Nurse, Leon says he feels he's been your best defenseman for a while. You didn't get any points tonight, but made two key plays that led to both goals. Can you just talk about his game and what you've seen from him this year and maybe different from down the stretch last year?
Sorry, I missed that. Who were you talking about?
Darnell.
Nurse. Yeah, Darnell has been playing really well the last few weeks. You know, maybe a little bit of a slow start, but that was expected, not getting any exhibition games, limited training camp, but lately he's been really solid. And tonight, something I saw a lot of was on the line rush against, just being able to deny the blue line so we don't have to defend, force them into dumping the puck in. He's really good at breaking the puck out. Obviously with his speed, he can retrieve a lot of pucks. And then, you know, I don't know if he didn't get a credit with an assist, but made a heck of a play on the breakaway to Leon, just to turn that puck up and sauce it and make it right on his stick. So, you know, there's so many things that he's been doing well.
We're 28 games in the year now. Kulak's probably not surprising you at this point, but has he surprised you in terms of the ability to play right side? He's close to 20 minutes per game, and he's sustained his level of play, whether or not he's on the left side, you know, with Emerson or on the right side with Darnell.
We've always thought very highly of Kulak. Just last year, with the defense that we had, our pairs, we just didn't rely on him as much as we are this year. You know, as playoffs went on, I guess we relied on him a little bit more as ice time was up. I'm not sure what it was in the playoffs opposed to regular season, but I know it was up. And this year, it's just kind of continued on with the increased minutes. And I think a lot of it has to do with, you know, him moving up, playing some shifts with Darnell on the right side, and also his regular shifts with Ty. Yeah, he's been very solid for us.
Kris, another great start for Stuart Skinner. What have you noticed about his game and the improvements maybe that he's made in the last couple of weeks? Because this has been a little bit of a stretch for him now.
Well, most of it's whether you're a goal scorer, a shutdown defenseman, or especially a goaltender, it's usually confidence. Feeling good about your game and feeling confident that if you do let one in, you're going to stop the next one. And right now, I think you know, a lot of pressure on himself, whether it was just continue on from the playoffs that he had, or trying to make Team Canada, or whatever it was. It wasn't a good start, but it wasn't a good start for everybody. But right now, I think he's been able to put it behind him, and just he's been really solid for quite a while now.
The last time the Lightning were here, he allowed 7, or at least if the team allowed 7. He kind of was hard on himself after that game. It was almost a year ago. He talked about that after and how much he's grown since then. You talked about his confidence. Do you find that it's setbacks that really kind of, he needs to kind of not hit rock bottom, but kind of go down a little bit to work himself out?
I think it's great. Adversity is good for everybody, and it's either you're going to lose somebody and they're going to get replaced and not come back in the league, or lose your role, or whatever it is, or you're going to learn from it and get stronger. And, you know, I was very impressed with Stu last year. Anytime he did have a bad game or let in a bad goal, he always took ownership and stepped up. And I'm not sure if it was last year. I remember he took a lot of ownership on a game that we lost. I'm not sure if it was that Tampa game or another one in December, where It wasn't on him. The chances were given up, and there was a little hope, but he took ownership of it, whether that was what he should have done or not. But, you know, it takes a lot of accountability with his game, and usually when he does have a bad game, he plays well after it. So that shows me a lot of maturity.
Kris, you guys did a really good job against Kucherov today. You got another challenge against Kaprizov in a couple of days. Are they similar type players, or what do you see in those guys that can, what you did tonight, work on Thursday, or how are you kind of looking at that moving forward?
Yeah, I think they're very similar players. 5-on-5 especially, just they're able to protect the puck, and they like to find guys coming in late, and you know, they're very, very dangerous. Yeah, another task for us. The best way to do that is just playing solid defense, the 5 guys that are on the ice, and we don't necessarily assign 5 guys. You know, some teams like to do that. You know, Tampa Bay tonight like to have their second line against McDavid as much as possible. You know, there's pros and cons of that, and depending on what your team is, but it's just having an awareness when they're on the ice, making them defend. And you know, you don't want to try low percentage plays if you're in the offensive zone, passing out to a slot that gets intercepted. Well, that's exactly what they want. You know, they get the puck, they're on offense, they don't have to defend. And I guess it's really important, if you want to keep those guys off the score sheet, keep them in the defensive zone as much as possible.
You talked to Kapanen blocking that shot late in the game, and how do you think he's doing on Darnell's line?
Well, I think he's doing pretty good if I keep him there. I think he's doing a lot of good things, making plays. You know, it's not easy getting on that line and playing with a superstar. You know, a lot of guys get nervous and try low percentage plays because they feel like, oh, I got to get him the puck. And obviously we want him to get the puck, but if you're making the wrong decisions, then you're not very good for us. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of balancing on when to make the safe play and when to make the play that's there. And then also defensively, he's been really solid. And obviously we trust him on the defensive side of it. We're using him on the penalty kill. So, you know, I think he's adjusted very well with our team.